cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Play action. Here's Hurts. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
18 Rattler.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 22. Here we go. 2nd, 60. Let's go. Let's bring it. Hurt. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Like 22, he's coming. 22. 7 Pirates.
Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 59 yards. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He gets this out to Spiller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On second and very short, Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Quick pass out wide. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 19-18. Jim.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. On 1st down, Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's got it down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 23. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll try and run for it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run here with Spiller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Spiller. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll give to Spiller. And this time he is in. Isaiah Spiller taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hurts. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll buy some time, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Woods. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They throw it out right complete. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Watch 18. 18's the mark.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert, they'll roll him out right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch 18. 18's the mark.
Herbert gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to...
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that... not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shout. Get right. Twist. Hey,
Straight ahead at Spiller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
check 1 3.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown, Chargers. Robert Woods from 8 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This ball caught by Mechie. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Mechie, 75 yards. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And complete right side to Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Now they send a man in motion right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They go play action with Hurts. Out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I would.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charlie.